Good morning student, welcome in the next video bio. Students, hope that you all are safe and healthy at home. So, we have already studied about the process of diffusion, osmosis and active transport. We know that plant absorb water and mineral from the soil by diffusion, osmosis and active transport. However, the movement of the absorbed water and minerals is also influenced by the process of transpiration and the root pressure. So today's video I am going to teach you about the transpiration. As we all know that plant absorb water from the soil and a small amount of water is used in the process of photosynthesis and other biochemical activities, and the rest of the water is given out in the form of water vapor through the stomata. So stomata are the small pores present on the surface or the epidermal layer of a leaf, and this process is known as the transpiration. So what is transpiration? The transpiration in which the water is given out in the form of water vapor through the stomata, and this process is regulated by the psychological activity, means the normal healthy functioning of the plant, and this transpiration is different from the process of the evaporation. So now we will study about the mechanism of the transpiration. Students, you have already studied this structure in the 7th class. So I have taken 7th class book. This is a leaf and these are the stomata, and this structure is known as the stoma. And in stoma you can see the presence of two guard cells. This is the outer wall, this is the inner wall, and this is the open stomatal pore. As you all know that through stomata, plant take in carbon dioxide and release oxygen during the process of photosynthesis. And guard cell also help to open and close the stoma by regulating their own water content. In the process of or the mechanism of transpiration, the concentration of the glucose increase in these cells during the daytime, and when the concentration of glucose increase in the cells, they draw in water from the surrounding cells by the process of the osmosis, so they bulge out and opening the stoma and allow exchange of gases from the atmosphere, means take in carbon dioxide and release the oxygen. And during this process, the opening of stoma also allow water vapor to escape from the intercellular space, means from inside the leaf to the outside. So transpiration is a price that plant has to pay in order to carry out photosynthesis. And student, transpiration through stomata stop when the stoma close or the stomata close during the night or in the low light. However, transpiration may continue at the low rate at night through the lenticels or the cuticle of the plant. Lenticels, you know, small pores present on the stems and even in the fruits also. Now, I am going to tell you about the importance of the transpiration, why transpiration is necessary for the plants. First of all, you know that the extra water from the plant given out through the process of transpiration. So transpiration helps plants to get rid of the unused water. Second one, transpiration take place rapidly during the day. The leaves start running short of water or develop a water deficit condition. So this condition create a force of suction called the transpiration pull, which pull up water from the xylem of the root up the xylem, then the stem and into the leaves. So due to the transpiration, the roots are left with less water than the surrounding soils, and this aid the process of absorption. So upward movement of water and mineral from the roots to the rest of the part of the plant is known as the ascent of sap. So transpiration help in the process of ascent of sap also. Third one, transpiration help concentrate the cytoplasm of the plant cells, which help in osmosis. Students, you know that for osmosis we need higher concentration and the lower concentration, so that the movement of the molecule from higher concentration to the lower concentration will happen and the osmosis take place. So transpiration help in the concentration of the cytoplasm. Fourth one, it help to distribute water and mineral throughout the plant body. Fifth one, it helps to cool down the plant body, as a lot of heat is taken up in converting water into water vapor. Now we will discuss about the factor which affect the transpiration. So first factor is the light. Light is the most important factor that affect the transpiration, as we know that transpiration occur during the daytime only and very less during the night and during the low light. So light is the most important factor that affect the transpiration. Second one is the availability of the soil water affect the transpiration. If plant cannot absorb enough water from the soil, the guard shells shrink due to the lack of water, and this causes the closing of the stomata and reduce the transpiration. So water availability should be there. Third one, the rate of transpiration influenced by the moisture content or the humidity of the atmosphere. Fourth one is the temperature of the atmosphere affect the transpiration, means during the hot temperature transpiration is more and during the cold season or the winter season the rate of transpiration is less. Fifth one, the rate of transpiration higher on the windy days. Sixth is the low atmospheric pressure increase the rate of the transpiration. As you know that high altitude regions such as mountain have lower atmospheric pressure than the plains. So plants grow on mountain slope experience higher rate of transpiration other than the plant growing in the plains and must have adaptation to reduce the transpiration.